Hey guys, Luke here, Tranquility based detailing. Welcome to a Fanatic Wax review. This review takes a look at a couple products. There's Lavish, which is their light wax, and their shampoo. When I filmed this, I actually did try their quick detailer as well. So I've got a few products from Fanatic Wax. I've got their two waxes, Lavish and Divine, got their shampoo, got their quick detailer to try out. When I filmed this, right towards the end, it started getting really dark really fast. So the footage for the quick detailer, it is pants. It's certainly not usable, and it's not going to do any product any favors. So with respect to the product, to the manufacturer, I've chopped that one out just for now. I've still got the Divine Wax to try, so I'm going to drop that quick detailer into that review. I'll put those two together in their own review as well. Did my best today to try and get the Divine Wax used and filmed and reviewed. Um, the two waxes that Fanatic Wax do, Lavish is aimed at lighter paints and Divine at darker paints. So I'd sort of teed up a black Merc to clean. Um, I'd never touched this car before, so I got it washed. I started on the decon, did the clay work, the iron removal, and then the heavens absolutely opened. And I'm talking waterlogged ground, damp socks, the works. And it wasn't even feasible to get a coat of wax on the car. So for now, that had to be parked. And we'll come back to that hopefully next week if the weather cooperates. But we'll see how that one goes. So the products that I did get to use, the shampoo, it's got a 1900 to 1 dilution ratio, which is quite high for a shampoo. What that basically means is that you've got 1 ml of product to 1900 ml of water. But when you come to mixing shampoos, I tend to find you're one of two kind of people. You're either a couple glugs in the bucket kind of person or a couple capfuls in the bucket kind of person. And both methods are going to give you a really rich shampoo. It's got nice amount of suds to it. The scent is nice, a bubblegum scent, but it cleans really, really well. I'd estimate if you were a couple of capfuls or a couple of glugs kind of person, you'd probably be more in the 1,000 to 1 ratio, but no one's counting, no one's checking, so you should be all right with that. The wax itself, it's got quite a firm texture. It oils nicely to the touch. The main thing that hits you with this is the scent, and it's one of those waxes got a really nice scent. It's strawberries and cream. But some waxes, the air gets filled with the scent as you're going around the car using them. Some smell nice in the pot, but you don't really smell them when they're in use. This is one of those got a really nice, rich scent, but it's the sort of thing you don't mind sort of getting a nose full as you go around the car. Loaded the applicator with it being a firm wax, took a couple swipes against it, loaded up nicely. When I tried between a damp applicator and a dry one, the damp applicator I found was the way forward for this one for application. Um, I can't really fault the wax. I'd probably say the only bit of feedback that I could give, and it's one of those where I might be, because I'm using a sample pot, not getting the best load on the applicator possible, but um, it was nicer to apply with a damp applicator if the manufacturer could get it to basically that level of application with a dry, then that would be a nice tweak to make. For some people, I'd know to try either or. Maybe you don't, and that's not a bad thing. But with the spectrum of abilities you've got out there, and take it from me as I'm a hobbyist. This isn't a profession for me. But some people won't try a damp applicator or know that's actually a thing. And if they get a little bit of grab from the wax, that might deter their experience a little bit, and that would be a shame because this wax ticks all the boxes that you'd want, particularly when you consider the cost for this. 150 ml for £20. It's a really good quality wax at a really great value price. So that would probably, out of everything, would be the only tweak. So not a negative, just a bit of feedback. The rest of it I thought was great. So the application, once I'd laid it on, like I say, using a damp, really easy, really straightforward. It was 3-ish degrees outside, so really cold day for application. I gave it a good long time for curing, and we're talking somewhere ballpark 20 minutes. And it came off really, really nicely. I used a plush cloth to remove it. All of my CarPro boas were in the wash, so it's a plush Korean microfiber. Came off a breeze. And then the water behavior on it was really, really nice too. So it beaded well. It sheeted water incredibly well. That was sort of more so than the beading caught my eye. And then the finish. So when you look at finishes, it's difficult to have enough words to describe and try and differentiate from these different types of finishes. This one, for me, it's a glassy type of finish. It makes the clear coat on the car look just that little bit thicker. It gives that, it's almost like quite a clean shine to it. And, it's a bit of an awkward one to describe. I think the thing with the wax is, and if you're in a position where you're not able to buy both of these from Fanatic Wax, the light wax and the dark wax, they're both going to be great waxes and they're both going to give a nice finish. But when you look at, as a, the owner of a silver car, at the finishes you can get on a silver, you're never going to get that really rich reflection that you'd get off of a black or a dark colored car. But what you're typically going to find as a finish that suits light colors is something that's a bit more glassy, a little bit more maybe clinical, and this gives that finish really, really well. And I like that. For me, that's the sort of finish that I like to get on my car. So, it's a big tick on finish for this one as well. So, all in all, if you are going to spend a bit of money with Fanatic Wax, I'd encourage you and say do. You're not going to have a bad experience. The products are nice. I'm sure you're going to be pleased with what you purchase. If you are torn between the two, make a decision based on what you're going to be waxing more often than not. But know that it's going to be nice to apply, nice to remove. Beading's going to be great on it. The water behavior is fantastic, and it smells delightful. I'll leave you the last couple finish shots, but if you'd be so kind as to like, comment, subscribe, and check back for future videos. You guys know I'm always grateful for that. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.